Hello everyone and welcome back to Queen G's Recipes, and today I'm going to be showing you a very classic recipe, which is a classic traditional cheesecake. Plain cheesecake with some lemon zing in it, and you can play around with the toppings, add any toppings that you like, or even serve it just as it is, and it is a classy, perfect dessert. So let's move on to what we're going to be needing here. First of all, what I have is a 9-inch springform pan. Now in my springform pan, I already have a prepared graham cracker crust. Now to prepare that crust, I used 12 graham crackers, which I crushed in my food processor, and I added 4 tablespoons of salted butter and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now the whole recipe will be in the description box as always, and then in the crumble mixture, the crust, I just want you guys to know that you also can use the prepared crumbs, which they do sell already crumbled up. Just add the same amount of butter, same amount of sugar, and mix it all together. So now we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake our crust for 10 minutes. So let's move on to everything else we're going to be needing. So here we have 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, not low fat. You want to use the regular cream cheese for this recipe. Here we have the juice of half of a lemon. We have 1 1/4 cups of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 whole eggs, and the zest of a whole lemon. Now let's move on to placing our crust into the oven, and we'll start mixing our ingredients for our filling. Okay, and now that that is nice and creamy, we're going to add in our sugar. Okay, all right, and our vanilla. And we're going to mix until nice and smooth. Okay, now we'll add in our eggs, and we will mix until creamy again. Okay, so now we are going to add in our lemon zest. Now, one thing you always need to make sure when you make cheesecakes is you always need to make sure that your cream cheese is at room temperature. I actually left mine out overnight, so that is super, super important, or you're going to have chunks of cream cheese throughout your filling, and you don't want that. And we'll also add in our lemon juice. And we'll mix again just until it's all incorporated. Okay, and make sure that in between mixing, you're always scraping down the sides and the bottom of your bowl, just to make sure you don't have anything chunky left, like cream cheese or sugar or anything stuck, so it's all gets mixed in evenly. So now I'm just going to remove my crust from the oven, and we're going to add our filling, and then we're going to place our oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So once the crust is baked, make sure that you reduce your heat to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we'll bake our cheesecake. Okay, so my crust baked for 10 minutes, and now I have reduced my heat to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and now we are going to place our filling into our crust. Okay, so we're ready to place our cheesecake into the oven. But just before we do that, I like to tap my cheesecake a couple times just to make sure that we don't have any air bubbles. Okay, And now I always like to place it on a baking sheet just in case we have any spillage from the bottom, just to ensure we don't get our our oven dirty. So that's it. Let's bake it for about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. When you notice that the middle of your cake is still a little bit jiggly, then you know your cheesecake is baked. So let's move on to baking our cheesecake. Okay everyone, so my cheesecake was in the fridge overnight. Now, as I mentioned before, 4 to 6 hours will do if you don't make it the night before. So I just want to show you here what it looks like. And look how beautiful this looks. It is perfect. And now what I have here is some strawberry jelly, which I warmed up in my microwave. It is seedless, so you do want to make sure it doesn't have any clumps or anything in it. If it does, you can just remove it even with a spoon or strain it through a sieve. That'll be fine too. And then we're going to place some on our cheesecake. And then I have some, let me show you here, a variety of fruits which we will be decorating our cheesecake with. This is most definitely optional. You can make some sort of a compote and put it on your cheesecake. You can leave it just as it is, or you can, there's so many things you can do with it. But I'm going to show you what I usually like to do with it, and that's it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the strawberry jam here, and I'm going to place a light coat on top. Now, if you notice that your jam starts to become firm, you can put it back in the microwave, because that's what I did. I put it in the microwave for 15 seconds to kind of loosen it up, so it would be spreadable. Okay, so there's no right or wrong way of doing this. I'm just going to show you how I like to decorate my cheesecake. So I have my chopped strawberries here. Okay, so what I did was I just took some of my bigger blueberries and I just placed them in between the ends of the strawberries around. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the inner part of the cheesecake. Okay. Okay, now we'll take some nice, beautiful, and plump raspberries and we'll place it here. I try and match up the sizes, but obviously, you know, not every raspberry, blueberry, or strawberry is the same size, but we do our best to make it look pretty. Okay. Okay, and now for the middle, I'm just gonna drop some blueberries in the center. And that's it. How gorgeous is that? And just in time if you want to make it for Mother's Day tomorrow. And that's it. So simple, so easy to make. Okay, so now that we have our cheesecake nicely decorated, I just took out the 2 extra blueberries that I added on top. I found it looks much prettier just like this. And now what I did with our remaining jelly here, I placed it in a bowl and I added 1 teaspoon of just water. And just to kind of loosen it up, as you can see, it's nice and loose. And this is how you want it for the topping of your berries. You don't want anything too thick because it's not going to be spreadable and it's going to be chunky on your fruit. So now with our pastry brush, we're going to gently coat our fruit. Okay guys, so that's it. Here we have our wonderful decorated cheesecake with some fresh fruit that are in season and perfect for any time of the year, but most definitely tomorrow being a special day, which is Mother's Day, it's perfect. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be cutting into it because I am saving it for Mother's Day dinner tomorrow, but I can guarantee you it is perfection, delicious, and you will love it and make it over and over again with different toppings and compotes and berries and whatever you like. So that's about it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video, share it with your friends, share it with your family, enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you can see my future delicious uploads. And that's about it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.